Panthers. Long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense has the ball first today. Split backs here. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too hands. Last play, you could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Taking a shot on the first play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
Running to Green. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
It's complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Wolverines are on the move. They'll go with a direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Surging forward on the sneak.
when you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Let's look at the big picture for Pitt. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something late.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter. And QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking. But these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Strong, firm tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and management. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He'll try the left side. Fights off a defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Panthers will hustle to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense.
Picked off! What a play by this defense!
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Running to the left. Plows through the defense. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Fires left. Got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Trying to clear the picture. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Puts it out on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Pitt right back to the line.
Let's chat for just a moment about Pittsburgh.
The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Worked its way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw. It's Underwood. He's got the back in the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The give to the back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Pitt pushing the pace.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate?
Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Upshaw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll leave it with him. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Hit right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Picks up the 1st down. Open spaces. Touchdown Wolverines. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. 1st snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They believe they can run right here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Under fire. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Michigan offense. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
The sure hands, it's Mark. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Oh, he got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Pulls it in. It's Davidson. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is out.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. It's on target and complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And that big gainer on the last one has been threatening from inside the 10. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Panthers.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
And they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away, run the clock out. You're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road, but you throw the eye in.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Pitt.
Great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important.
Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end does a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. They're going to run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Here comes the field goal unit. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. Absolute shank. Missed it. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. Leaves it with the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they're on top here in overtime.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion.
Touchdown, Panthers! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Got to be impressed with the level of execution here in the second drive of OT. One play, score a touchdown, and now it's decision time, David. You kick the extra point and keep this thing going, or do you go for 2 and try to win?
Yeah, and you're right. The response was amazing. I mean, you give up a touchdown, you have a tendency to get down on yourself. No. First play, great execution. Now, do I go for the win? Do I play this safe, or do I go try to take this moment right now and get the W?
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Don't assume on this extra point they needed to send it to a second OT. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking down the middle. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll give it to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Buying some time. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience.
Backs going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they answered the bell and responded with a score of their own.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game. Power ahead. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. They'll run it. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. They'll try to slam it in. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this two-point try.
Trying to slam in.
They are stopped on the two-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. Trying to run it in. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. The jumbo formation is in. Looks as if they'll try to power in the 2. They're going to run it. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. He's looking to throw. He's got it. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. Here comes the two-point try. They'll try to power it in. They're stopped on the two-point try, and we are still tied. After the stop, now a two-point try to win the game. Straight ahead. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the two-point try. They'll try to pound their way in. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. They can't convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT.